So the national anthems have been sung on both sides. We're building you up to first kick, the quarterfinal stage of the 2023 Concacaf Under-17 Championship. 2 games in the books yesterday, and this is the first of 2 here on this Wednesday from Guatemala City. Of course, Puerto Rico sporting the upset over Costa Rica just the other day, and we look at Pablo Almagro's lineup today. It features 2 changes into the lineup. Sebastian Sime along with Eduardo Vasquez, they move to the bench. It'll be Andres Lopez and Joel Rosa who move into the starting 11. Also, Carlos Siaka, who came off the bench, he got a 96-minute red card, so he misses today's match. And of course, the goal scorer was Samuel Byron, with Sebastian Cuevas in goal, who made 15 saves, including 3 penalty saves in that game the other day. Looking at our officials today, it'll be Quincy Williams of Trinidad and Tobago that has the man in the middle. This is his 3rd game at this CONCACAF Under-17 Championship. So experienced so far. He took charge of Jamaica's 4-2 win over Cuba and Guatemala's 8-3 win over Curacao. Some final words of encouragement. Of course, the 2 captains will meet at midfield as well. Eitan Solomiani for Puerto Rico, and it's Lazar Stefanovic for Canada. Final handshakes, and maybe even one more photo op as well, as both of these players know how big this occasion is today, especially from the Puerto Rican side, as they would be making history for their federation. And now it's a look at Andrew Oliveri's starting 11 for Canada. It features just 1 change into the lineup. Theo Regopoulos, he moves to the bench. It is Aiden Fong who comes into the starting 11. Of course, Kyler Vojvodic, 2 goals to his name so far in this competition. Goals have been very spread out for this Canadian team, but Vojvodic the only player with multiple goals at this year's event for Canada. So here we go. It is the upset-minded Puerto Rican side against the Canadians, who are looking to advance on to the Under-17 World Cup for the 8th time and for the 2nd straight time as well, going back to 2019. This year's event will be later on this year in Peru. There's a look at Nathaniel Abraham, the 15-year-old Toronto FC product. He has started all 4 games at this competition for Canada. And we are just moments away now from getting things underway. There's the whistle, and away we go on this Wednesday afternoon from Guatemala City, the quarterfinal stage of the 2023 CONCACAF Under-17 Championship. It's Canada in white, Puerto Rico in the dark kits. So far through this competition, it has been pretty straightforward for Canada. It started off with maybe a bit of a bump against Trinidad and Tobago. They were 3-2 winners on the day. It was a back-and-forth game. They were able to get the full 3 points. Then they took down Barbados by 2-0 before running into the United States. That was a very well-fought match, but it was the United States that won that game by 1-0. And then, of course, the 3-0 win over Haiti, as this ball comes into the back post, and this is punched away by Sebastian Cuevas. Expect to be hearing his name quite a bit today, especially if Canada holds on to possession like we know they can and have in this competition. Here's Fong, another ball coming in. That's another punch away from Cuevas. Now moving this out wide, Gael de Montigny slaloms his way infield. Still coming, now he'll drop it off. Biello serves it back out wide. Jivan Badwal. Biello for de Montigny, letting it run. It's Badwal once again. They're so disciplined when they do have the ball, and if that perfect avenue isn't open, they're not afraid. They're just trying to keep the ball. But that's going to be a foul against Puerto Rico, so they'll get possession right back. Samuel Byron, the Nashville SC product, plays for their under-17s in the United States. going up against Robert Chukwu, the 14-year-old. There's Pablo Almagro. A really impressive victory over Costa Rica, who were the heavy favorites in that game over the weekend. Play forward again. First clearance is missed. And now an opportunity running forward. The referee was right on it. He says no foul, and Puerto Rico can clear this away. Canada still on the ball. Here's Biello. Gonna move this out wide again. Gail de Montigny will latch onto it. Cutting it back, Badwal. Biello slides this inside. A nifty flick into the middle for Vojvodic. Couldn't control it, but Biello is able to keep it here for Canada. All the way back to Nathaniel Abraham. This Puerto Rican side was outshot 37-7 in the game over the weekend against Costa Rica. We mentioned the 15 saves from the goalkeeper Sebastian Cuevas, including 3 penalties, 1 in extra time and the other 2 coming in the penalty shootout, in which Puerto Rico ended up winning 4-2. Here's de Montigny. He'll cut it back. Badwal. Diagonal ball towards the end line. This is cut back. It's Fong who takes it on. Fires it out of play. Good build up there from Canada, and they are right into the attacking third here in the opening few minutes this afternoon. I don't expect much more of this from Canada. Andrew Oliveri has to know that his team will have the ball for long spells in this game. But it's maybe just that one opportunity, that one set piece that Puerto Rico could capitalize on. But we'll see how this game shakes out as the 90 minutes progress. At the under 20 level, last year there was a bit of a surprise with the Dominican Republic, a similar team that won their qualifying tournament or group and was able to then qualify straight to the round of 16. Well, we're getting a similar story here with Puerto Rico, at least through one game, and Canada hoping that history does not repeat itself, with Puerto Rico moving on. Here's de Montigny. Biello striding into this, taking it on and firing it just over the bar. The space opened up for him, and he said, why not have a hit? He was not far away from finding that top corner. That ball always rising. And now maybe a break here for Puerto Rico. 6 minutes gone. They really haven't had much of the ball. Possession was 50-50 though against Costa Rica on Sunday. This is lofted forward and headed away. Zar Stefanovic there in the middle of that back three that we've seen from Canada in this competition. This really has been the favored back three for Andrew Oliveri. Robert Chukwu, Zar Stefanovic, and Chimere Omeze. Puerto Rico trying to press here. Here comes de Montigny. Nobody stopping him, and finally this is swept away. Solomiani able to get there. This is cut back to Montini. Biello for Bodwall. Trying to cut this in, looking for that diagonal ball again. It's headed on, and it's the opening goal for Canada. It did not take them long, and it's the player who's been amongst the goals the most for this Canadian team in this competition. It's Kyler Voivodich, his third goal, and Canada's off the mark here in the 8th minute. And maybe a step towards Peru in the Under-17 World Cup. Just able to keep himself onside. A very deep line there from Adrian Rosario in Puerto Rico. But that ball put on an absolute platter by Jivan Bodwall. Vancouver Whitecaps product connects with another Vancouver product in Kyler Voivodich. And he gets Canada rolling here early on. Could that be the start of quite a few goals coming the way for Canada? They've been looking for that ball. A diagonal ball as that comes off the AR. A diagonal ball to the far post. Head it back where it came from. And that's exactly what Voivodich did. He attacked it perfectly. And now it's Canada that want to add on to this goal total already. Bodwall turning the corner. Bodwall has that blocked down. Andres Lopez there defensively. And it's out for a corner kick. First of the game for Canada. Montini and Jai standing around it. It's to Montini to take this. It's quickly cleared away. Aviles Jr. though couldn't carry it out. And Jai now flipping this towards goal. It's right at Cuevas. Great touch to bring that down. And now for the distribution. Long downfields. Cleared away as far as Chukwu. Biello couldn't control it. Some time on the ball here for Puerto Rico. It's Lopez, couldn't keep it in play.
Good. Up. Turn, time.
Space right through the middle. On the turn, it's Voivodich again running forward. A good challenge put in there by the captain, Solomiani. He's down, and so is his teammate, Ian Charles, the FC Dallas product. Cuevas. Nothing doing there off the free kick. Puerto Rico gets right back on it before they give it away. Chukwu go all the way back to Abraham. Puerto Rico trying to press here, win the ball back high up the field. Right now, just not going their way. And Canada passing it around them with relative ease at the moment. In the round of 16, This Canadian team had the most accurate passes with close to 1,000. Was, of course, through the round of 16. So all of their previous 3 games before that, as well as their round of 16 match, as Biello thought he got the ball there, but instead it's a free kick here for Puerto Rico. This is in a good spot. It's Justin Blanco who will stand over it. He scored from a similar distance the other day against Costa Rica, as this one's lifted in. Puerto Rico trying to win a second ball. It's Aviles Jr. to track it down. Oh, good skill shown by Aviles Jr. Now just trying to cut this back and didn't quite get the purchase on the pass he was looking for. A positive response from conceding here for Puerto Rico. But now, can they fashion some opportunities in front of goal? It's an illegal throw. Don't see that a whole lot. It's Gabriel Rosario caught for the infraction.
Step in range. Move it, Lars, and 2 touch. Just keep the rhythm high. Keep the rhythm high. Good.
Here's Biello. He'll switch the point of attack for Gael de Montigny. Again, Biello for de Montigny. Bodwall tried to return it, and this one is cleared away as far as Biello. When Canada gets in these spells where they are just knocking the ball around, Puerto Rico could be chasing the ball for many minutes at a time. It's not exactly how they want to go about things. Ozymek slides this forward. Njai back for Bodwall. Biello for Vojvodic. This is moved out wide. Fong. Aiden Fong trying to turn the corner, got the cross away. Just too close to Sebastian Cuevas in the end. Looking for that long distribution. It doesn't quite come off, as Puerto Rico couldn't control it. So far the shots 3-0 in favor of Puerto Rico, as Bodwall brings it, or pardon me, of Canada. As this is sliced through, now brought back for Bodwall. Switching the point of attack. Now it's Njai again. Meze bringing this through. Vojvodic have to cut this back. He plays it out wide. Fong, a touch to settle. Now the cross for de Montigny. His pocket picked, and this is cleared away. Aviles Jr. can run away with it. A crunching challenge by Jivan Bodwall that the referee says was all ball. Now it's Ozymek going for the curler, and that was always wide. What an effort there on that challenge that turned possession back over. Quickly put back in play. It may be an opportunity, but nobody there for Puerto Rico. Byron looked like was closest to it. Just couldn't latch onto it. And now Canada can run back the other way. Omeze. And this is last off of Juan Torres. Another corner kick here for Canada. So on the other end, Puerto Rico was almost clear in on goal. Less than 20 seconds later, they have conceded the corner kick. That's how quick Canada can get from back to front here.
He's left-footed, in swinger. Step left. Hey, be careful on the back six.
De Montigny. He'll take this, the in-swinger, punched away by Cuevas. Biello keeps this alive. Flag stays down. Meze shot blocked away and then cleared. Looked like that was cleared away off a Canadian foot last, so a throw-in coming for Puerto Rico. Well, there's no doubt this Puerto Rican side is capable of scoring goals. They scored 25 of them in their 4-game stretch in the qualifying tournament back in September. Of course, they got one the other day against Costa Rica. They actually opened the scoring in that game. It came in the 68th minute when they conceded in second half stoppage time. Dip into their bag of tricks once again, but they have a corner kick here. Their first of the match.
Watch the late runs, watch the late runs.
Samuel Byron will take this. Byron driven ball in towards the near post. They'll get another one.
Watch your run, please. Watch your run, please. Look at his hands. Don't touch him.
There's Byron again. Puerto Rico's second corner kick. More depth on this one. Taken on the volley, and it's just wide. Ian Charles met that one pretty good. I couldn't keep it on frame. That's the first big opportunity of the game for Puerto Rico. That is their first registered shot as well. De Montigny, you'd like to think, would have had that covered there, standing at the back post from where that corner was taken. It was not on target.
Forward.
Biello controlling things right at the center of that midfield for Canada. 20 minutes gone. Oh, nifty touch there by Ozimek to find space. The cross quickly cleared. Charles. Here's Aviles Jr. Got out of some trouble there. And look at all that space on the far side. Abraham was reading that one perfectly. He comes off his line to dispel any sort of danger there. And a throw-in for Puerto Rico, but they were off to the races there. What an opportunity that could have been if that pass was on the mark. Or if Abraham even stayed on his line. Completely exposed on that far side. And now De Montigny has plenty of room to work into.
Yeah, 8 down first post. Oh!
Montigny gets it right back. Bodwall. Here's Omeze.
Go to your left, yeah.
Here's Biello.
Go.
De Montigny lifts this cross in. It's headed down, but it's right at Cuevas. Straightforward save, and it seems every time he gets the ball, he's always looking for that quick ball over the top. Trying to catch Canada with numbers up the field. Biello. Still coming forward. De Montigny will come with him here. Able to set that for the cross. It was Njai attacking it. But nothing doing in the end. Canada looking forward again. Bodwall popping up this time on the right side. Njai for Fong. It's headed down and clear of any sort of danger. Bodwall again.
Yeah, mira Justin. Yeah. Up.
It's turned over, and Puerto Rico looking for that quick ball through the middle. And it just wasn't quite on there. Past the midway point of this third overall quarterfinal and first of this Wednesday here at the 2023 Concacaf Under-17 Championship. United States and Mexico, the first two teams to book their spots into the semifinals, and of course, into the Under-17 World Cup as well. And now one of these teams trying to join them will be Panama and Honduras, closing out the night, which should be a spectacular fixture. Of course, the winner of this match, though, will take on the United States, so potential rematch for Canada if they're able to get through this one here today. Remember, they lost to them 1-0 on the last day of the group stage. This is the first game for Canada here in Guatemala City, as their previous 4 matches were all in Antigua, as the group stage and the round of 16 split between the two sites, Estadio Pensativo and here at the National Stadium, as this shot comes on and fired just high. Another fine look at goal there from Kyler Vojvodich, the scorer of the game's lone goal. You have to say, since Canada has gotten that opener, Puerto Rico have really upped their ante, and they have asked many more questions of Canada. Will there be out in transition, as that ball did go out of play. Lofted forward again, DeMontini. Cross headed away. Bodwall, though, able to keep this in. It's DeMontini once again. Stefanovic. Well, he put his laces through it. It wasn't a bad effort from that distance, but not going to beat Cuevas, and was just wide of the post anyway. Bodwall. time on the ball here.
Out wide! Out wide, Lucas!
Get the ball.
On the side! Good. Get in range, Anton! Good.
Omeze, pardon me, that's Enjai on the far side. Now it's cut all the way back. Stefanovic. Again, another high lofted ball forward, looking for Vojvodic. Just a bit too far for him. Again, this turned over, but Puerto Rico very alert to it there and able to clear this away. Canada, though, right back on the ball. This is going to be the best finish at this competition for Puerto Rico. Their previous best finish was in 2019, the round of 16. They actually put up a really good fight against Mexico. They only lost 2-1 in that game. Of course, Mexico, the 4-time defending champions of this competition. So they've been laying the groundwork in Puerto Rico. And with one more win today, they can really make some history.
Coming in, Andre.
Chuku for Omeze. And now Stefanovic. Cut in field, Biello has to move this along. Enjai taking this on. It's right at Cuevas, and he's able to bring that in. Chase this down in the middle. Enjai bumping shoulders there with Justin Blanco. A free kick to Puerto Rico. On the move once again, Aviles Jr. weaving through. And cut this across. Eventually it's cleared away. Again, just able to win this back. Aviles Jr. plays it in field. Joel Rosa. Aviles Jr. once again. He was dispossessed. More and more white shirts converging as that play continued on. Eventually Canada able to win this back, and they'll find space on the far side. Here's Fong. Sent out wide, De Montagny. It's Aiden Fong once again, played in field. Vojvodic back for Fong. He'll go with his left foot this time. Switches the field for De Montagny. That was a heavy first touch. He knows he can do better as it's out of play for a goal kick. Again, Canada picked this up in the middle. Played into the corner for De Montagny once more. This cross blocked down. Solomiani able to get that away, and then the foul will come in. Might this be a yellow card as Gabriel Rosario is down? Lindsey Williams would like a word here with Jivan Badwal. Rosario slowly back to his feet here. Aviles Jr. He's been showing his skill in this game, and that's a great ball out wide. Aviles Jr. continues his run through the middle. Will deflect to the far side. Puerto Rico still in here. Aviles Jr. trying to win that second ball off the head of Chukwu. He does, and finds Charles. Charles are trying to switch the point of attack. Byron was attacking it, couldn't get there. Again, it's still in here. Itrosa sliding this out wide. The cross comes in, and it's too close to Abraham. Well, good attacking moments here from Puerto Rico. And they are slowly building forward. Haven't really tested Nathaniel Abraham with that final shot as of yet. So far, just one shot to Canada's 8. De Montagny. Ozemek lets this run through. Solomiani coming over. Big collision penalty. He knew it right away. Ozemek, some nifty skill to find space. And in the end, Solomiani had no choice but to bring Ozemek down. Just cut out his feet there. And a chance now to go to the spot and double the advantage here for Canada. And does Sebastian Cuevas have more magic in those gloves here today? Remember, 3 penalty saves in the game against Costa Rica over the weekend. 2 in the shootout, 1 during gameplay. And it's Antoine Njai who will step to the spot. Plenty riding on this kick from 12 yards out. Njai strides up, and he goes top corner. There's no saving that one. Canada lead 2-0, and they're a step closer to the Under-17 World Cup and the semifinals of this competition. No denying Njai this time. Side foots it right in the top corner. That's as good as you will ever see a penalty taken. And Cuevas, he did guess the right way, but couldn't get a fingertip on it. Just too tall. But the perfect height for Antoine Njai, who makes it 2-0 to Canada. Right off the opening kickoff, it's turned over again. Well, now for Puerto Rico, it was always going to be a struggle to score. And now they'll have to do it twice. Much like the other day, Puerto Rico, the heavy underdogs coming in. It's just on paper. And the way they were able to play against Costa Rica the other day, Gave them every opportunity in the world to advance, which they were eventually able to do in penalties. We'll see if there is a response from the Puerto Rican side here today. Playing this out wide once again. DeMontigny. DeMontigny touches it into space. Cross for Bodwall comes in. Couldn't keep it. Biello comes forward and moves it out wide. DeMontigny again. Alessandro Biello. For DeMontigny, lofted in. It's headed back towards goal. Cuevas did well, able to stay on his line that time. No options here as he waves everybody upfield, and now he'll let it go. But that's well off the mark. And he had to scramble back into his goal. Njai able to fend off Andres Lopez. DeMontigny. There's a foul on Bodwall as he went down, and a free kick coming for Canada. Andres Lopez just got tangled up with the other number 8 on the field. And a free kick here for the Canucks. DeMontigny and Njai. They'll take this quickly, but too quick for the referee's liking. Chukwu went down during that sequence as well. He thought he got elbowed, but the referee says, everybody back to their feet, let's play on. The last thing Puerto Rico need is another red card like they had against Costa Rica. Njai serves this in towards the back post, and a big time clearance there by Ian Charles. Rosa for Aviles Jr. Quick ball through the middle, but cleared away. Fong was the last player back. Fong ahead for Vojvodic. Steps on it, turns, moves it out wide for Fong again. Stefanovic, and how about that on the bicycle kick attempt by Vojvodic. Canada really feeling confident on the ball, as they should. They look clean and crisp here today. 2 goals to show for it. Biello. Looking for the run of Kyler Vojvodic, who cuts this back in field. Now it's Bodwall, who lofts it forward for DeMontigny, and he completely cleans out a Puerto Rican defender. And this will be a yellow card. Saw what his intention was, but in the end, it was Gabriel Rosario taking the brunt of that challenge and taking a pretty hard fall as well. So it is DeMontigny who has his name taken. First yellow card of the game. Ball sent in and taken by Abraham. Canada just playing keep away at the moment. It's tough for Puerto Rico to get on the ball. Canada currently with 68% of the possession. About 90 seconds left in this opening half before we'll see how much stoppage time we get. A very comfortable performance so far by Canada. Chukwu. Out of the way again, it's de Montigny. Bodwall. De Montigny again, and cleared away. Here's Aviles Jr. now. Trying for the back heel, it was blocked down. And Canada right back at it offensively. Njai. De Montigny. This is headed away. And Puerto Rico out on the run here. Byron. Trying to find Aviles Jr. on the near side. It was broken up. Now it's Ozamek running in. And Ozemek's shot in the end is into the boards behind the net. Into one additional minute of stoppage time at the end of this first half. First half that has been dominated, you'd have to say, by Canada. Looking to book that spot in the semifinal against the United States. And also a spot, maybe more importantly, in the Under-17 World Cup. To the end line, it's blocked down. It's a corner kick right at the end of the half here for Canada. Njai and de Montigny, it looks like we'll stand around this.
Step back, step back.
The in-swinger is headed away. That will be the last action of this first 45 minutes. Well, Canada didn't waste much time getting on the board. Kyler Vojvodich got the scoring started for the Canucks, and then it was added onto from the spot from Antoine Njai. It's a long way back here for Puerto Rico, but they are still in with the fight. Halftime here in the quarterfinal stage. It's Puerto Rico 0, Canada 2. First half highlights from quarterfinal number 3 at the Concacaf Under-17 Championship here in 2023. Puerto Rico taking on Canada. A spot in the semifinals, a spot in the Under-17 World Cup up for grabs here on this Wednesday from the capital city of Guatemala. A big opportunity for both of these teams, and it was Canada in control pretty much from the get-go here today. Jimon Bodwal would be looking for a similar sort of ball for Kyler Vojvodich as the game would progress, but there were some early opportunities. This one for Aiden Fong didn't quite catch cleanly enough. It was Biello who would take this shot from distance, fires it over the bar again. But Bodwal would connect with Kyler Vojvodich here. Just a ball put on a platter. All he had to do was nod that towards goal. He was beating Sebastian Cuevas. That's exactly what Kyler Vojvodich did, and he scored his 3rd goal of this competition for Canada. He's been the go-to man up top for the Canucks, and he was the go-to man here in the early going. But Puerto Rico would work their way back into this. They'd have a half chance there off a corner kick. Cuevas would be forced into another save back on the other end, and Vojvodich would be looking for that 2nd goal as well, as that one fizzled over the bar. Another chance here, but it was Cuevas who was down to make the save for Puerto Rico. Njai, though, would get his moment in just a few minutes more. Puerto Rico, on the other hand, they would start to build into the game a little bit more. Not able to get a shot away there. Just a cross taken by Nathaniel Abraham. But this was the penalty. Solomiani knew exactly what was going to happen when he left his feet, and Njai puts it into the top corner. Cuevas, who saved 3 penalties against Costa Rica, not able to keep this one out, as Njai makes it 2-0 to Canada. Just a perfect penalty right in the top corner, as Canada are out in front and they are in control. Njai again sending this ball into the back post. Nothing doing once more. And the chances would keep on coming here for Canada. Lucas Ozamek putting that one wide as the first half would come to a close. First half stats, 11 shots to 2 for Canada. They pretty much have all of the possession as well, in complete control and leading 2-0. A foot in the semifinals and also the Under-17 World Cup. Second half is coming.
Second, real fast. 6-0.
Passion is women's. The stars are in women's football. The Galazos are in women's football. The best fans are in women's football. But this is not women's football. This is just football.
boys, let's go. Don't switch off for 1 second. Let's go.
Players back out on the field for half number 2 from Guatemala City. It's Canada taking on Puerto Rico here in the quarterfinal stage of the Concacaf Under-17 Championship. And a couple of subs to tell you about at halftime. It's going to be Theo Rigopoulos and Eric Pop coming on to replace Lucas Ozamek, and Aiden Fong, who will be the players replaced. Canada is in control of this one, 2-0 as we are just about set. There's the whistle. 45 more minutes, and is there a comeback in the cards for Puerto Rico, who of course, surprise team at this competition in 2023. They'll have a free kick just a handful of seconds into this half. Eric Pop on for Lucas Ozamek. And 2 like-for-like substitutions as well. Theo Rigopoulos coming on for Aiden Fong, who will play out wide as a wingback or fullback in this setup. Eric Pop, though, one of the few players that plays in Europe. Plays for Karlsruhe FC. Theo Rigopoulos, a Toronto FC product. Here's Omeze. Switch the field for Chukwu. Chukwu and Omeze play on either side of Lazar Stefanovic in that back 3 setup for Canada. And here they come into the attack again. Bodwell cutting it in field and firing this out of play. Pablo Almagro, I'm sure we'll have to change the tactics at some point. Canada has pretty much had their way in terms of possession and passing in this game. But how can Puerto Rico disrupt that and find some moments for themselves? It has not been easy, and it will not be easy. Meze all the way across. Bodwell dropping a little bit deeper now for Njai. Those outside center backs have the ability to get forward at times, but when one goes, one has to come back and help Stefanovic. Rigopoulos trying to play this in on the turn. Shot fired out of play. Eric Pop. First chance of the half for Canada. Andrew Oliveri looking on. Knows he's only 45 minutes away from a big opportunity in Peru later on this year at the Under-17 FIFA World Cup. Still coming in fields. Aviles Jr. plays this past the touchline and out of play. Charles. Charles. There's always an ambitious effort from that distance. And not able to test Nathaniel Abraham. Gets play back underway very quickly. Omeze. Omeze continues his run. Trying to go for that near post, but put it out of play. Played it there for Vojvodic, and then Vojvodic gave it right back as center back continued his run. Just couldn't connect. Play this in behind once again. Just off the mark, but able to stay in there. DeRosa cutting it back. Samuel Byron for Charles. Just able to keep this. Hop around a challenge. Slides this in. Oh, and the shot is wide. What a chance that was for Aviles Jr. And the goalkeeper coming off his line right at him. But Aviles Jr. could not find the frame of goal. If he did, it was likely going to be 2-1. That's better from Puerto Rico, but how many of those opportunities will they be able to manufacture in this second half? Omeze. Punched infield and off the mark. All the way back to Cuevas. Finds Rosa out wide. Regopoulos, though, pounces on that loose touch.
Good.
Alex, in behind 15. In behind 15.
Canada just keeping the ball at the moment, waiting for Puerto Rico to pretty much come out and get it. Finally, it's given away. Throw in going Puerto Rico's way.
Keep the ball. Ethan cross, Ethan cross.
Here comes the cross from Montini on the far side. Cleared away. Biello collects again for Canada. Omeze. Is it through the middle for Pop? Gets it right back. Some contact there just outside the area. And a free kick for Canada. This is not going to be far outside the box. Great little 1-2 there. And it was Solomiani again stepping forward. This was the one that committed the foul in the box for the penalty.
Under the wall. I want under the wall, Andre. No, Justin under the wall. Andre, get in the wall. Justin and Andre. This is 10. This is 10.
Sebastian Cuevas
Y uno abajo. Cuatro adentro.
Marking out instructions here, getting everybody in order. Stefanovic, Chukwu, and Jai all standing around this. 20 yards away here.
Jump, okay, jump.
This is Stefanovic who goes low, and he puts it in the corner. And that should put Canada in the semifinals and the Under-17 World Cup. The captain gets it done for Canada as they lead 3-0. The deception on the set piece worked to perfection. The captain strides up and scores his first goal in this competition, and it might be the nail in the coffin at the end of the day. Just a sweet strike right along the surface. Lazar Stefanovic, the Toronto FC product out of Oakville, Ontario. He's the one to score Canada's third goal, and it's another unique goal scorer in this competition. 8 of the 20 players have now scored goals for Canada. With Kyler Vojvodich, the only one who came into today with multiple goals. He now has 3 after scoring Canada's first. There's no doubt that Puerto Rico will fight till the end here, but this is going to be an extraordinarily hard task for them to complete. It's Rigopoulos again.
Away. Away. Up. Want to switch, Colo? Yeah. Step. Ahí está el 9, ahí está el 9. Step. No shot.
Still an opportunity here. Njai couldn't get on that as it's cleared away. Omeze couldn't play it forward, and now it's Charles who tries to lead the break. And nothing doing there for Puerto Rico. That's been the story. A few opportunities they've gotten forward have been fairly dangerous, but it's those first few passes that, of course, are so crucial, and at moments they just have not been able to get out. Njai lays this off. Biello. It's Chukwu and De Montini. Here's Njai. Biello. It'll fall for Vojvodich. Rigopoulos. Cross block down. He'll get a second bite of the apple here for Alessandro Biello. Lofting this forward, just too far out in front of Eric Pop as it runs out of play for a goal kick, just shy of the hour mark. ELO will move it out wide again, as Canada content to just keep the ball here. Well in control, and looks like setting up a rematch with the United States, which is exactly what happened in 2019. Suffered a 1-goal loss in the group stage, and then ended up losing 4-0 to the United States in the semis. So that came off the hand of Eric Pop. Another look at it here. Came right up off the hand. Shuku gets it right back. This is the game Canada likes to play. They like to have a lot of the ball, and they have been succeeding in doing just that. Saw it from their first game of this tournament against Trinidad and Tobago. This was too much from Chimere Omeze, as his momentum takes him right through Joel Rosa. Here comes Canada once again. Laid forward again, and this time the flag is up for offside. Now some substitutions coming on. Liam McKenzie, Etienne Godin coming on to replace. First one was Gilda Montini. He's on a yellow card, so he will be brought off. The other one will be Jivan Badwal, who had the assist on today's first goal. Third and fourth subs of the game. Puerto Rico trying to find some answers here. Now they have been stifled by Canada. Chuku has brought down a heavy challenge on the far side. Bit too much there in the end from Andres Lopez. Look at this Canada defense. It has been very good in this competition. Maybe you just rule out the Trinidad and Tobago game when they gave up 2. Did give up 1 to the United States as well in that 1-0 loss, but that game was a lot closer than that. And if not for one cross and one flicked header, Canada did pretty well to stifle a very good United States attack. Looks like they'll be getting another chance at the United States this weekend in the semifinals. Lead through the middle. McKenzie was on the chase, but taken in by Cuevas. Here's Blanco. And Canada can look upfield once again. And slide this in. Flag came up right away. Cuevas, though, made a very nice save. One of the easiest decisions the AR will have all night long. Great thing about a tournament like this, though, for so many of these young players, chance to impress on the international scale here. A big platform for these players to impress teams around the world, potentially. Here's Njai. Njai just over the bar. Out of play, and it looked like Puerto Rico was readying a couple of subs. Abraham Nelson and Jorge Vasquez will be coming on. That's the end of the day for Samuel Byron. Scored a goal in the first game for them here in Guatemala, but not able to do it here today. Second one, Andres Lopez will be replaced. First two subs of the game for Puerto Rico. Another shot from distance. Cuevas has this one covered off the foot of Liam McKenzie.
Entra con el número 13, Abraham Nelson. Sale con el número 15, Samuel Byron. Entra con el número 19, Jorge Vasquez.
Again, put out of play, throw-in for Puerto Rico. So we're right at the midway point of this second half, and halftime, it was 2-0 in favor of Canada. They've added one here in this second half. A really nice free kick from Lazar Stefanovic. Charles play that in behind, swept away by Stefanovic, and then the foul will come against Puerto Rico as Eric Pop tumbled over. There's too much there from Justin Blanco. Taken away, Aviles Jr. always looking for that quick ball. Etienne Godin, who is back defensively. Stefanovic is maybe being given a bit more freedom to get forward now with Godin the middle of that back three now. Blanco once more for Aviles Jr.
Get up!
Again, it just breaks down. Farther forward Puerto Rico comes. Trying to make something happen again. Good strength shown by Abraham Nelson. played well over the top again, and Abraham is there to collect. He'll take his time here. Coming in a little hot there was Jorge Vasquez. Omeze. Omeze again. It's by a Puerto Rican defender. Moves this into the corner. McKenzie standing this up. Njai won't get there. It's cleared away. Canada throwing. Biello. Omeze again. Space centrally. Biello again. Keeps it moving. Godin. Lofted ball forward, looking for Vojvodic. Just a little foul there from Jorge Vasquez. He's the one, though, that ran into the keeper at the other end, and the referee just not wanting things to get too out of hand here, and he did foul him. Set this up once again, played through the middle, it's flicked along, it's Njai, good touch, he goes down, referee had a good view at it. No penalty, but he will blow his whistle here, and a yellow card will be given to Jorge Vasquez, who's pretty much committed 3 fouls since coming on the field just a few minutes ago. There it is again. Little tug of the jersey there by Njai, but gone down just a bit too easy for the referee's liking. Vasquez into the book. It's a maybe just a 2-man wall now. Move this back. It'll be a 3-man wall for Puerto Rico. Sebastian Cuevas organizes.
You're good there. No, hey. Yeah, you're good.
Stefanovic runs away. Opens up for Chukwu, just wide. Again, Canada getting fancy on these set pieces, and this one nearly came off, and actually a good touch to find space to his left, and he wasn't far away from finding that bottom corner. Same corner Stefanovic found early on. Into space. Heavy touch by Nelson, as this will actually stay in play, eventually go out for a goal kick.
Come on.
And put this out of play again there by Omeze. A quarter of an hour here from Guatemala City. Remember, one more game coming up tonight It's Panama and Honduras. There'll be one spot left for CONCACAF teams at the Under-17 World Cup. Go to either Panama or Honduras. Winner of that game. And the winner of that game will also move on to the semifinals here in Guatemala. And they'll take on Mexico. Tough task awaits Panama or Honduras if they advance. And one last substitution. Ibrahim Higazi will be coming on to replace Kyler Vojvodich. The goal scorer today for Canada. Applause for the fans in attendance as well. So Higazi is on. Another fine outing from Kyler Vojvodich, the Vancouver Whitecaps Academy product.
Sustitución para la selección de Canadá en el minuto 76. Sale con el número 19.
Possession stats very similar to what we saw in that first 45 minutes as well. Canada's pretty much picked up where they left off. Montagny touched his hand, free kick. Pardon me, that was Higazi who just came on, but handball nonetheless. This Canada team, they have a game plan, they have their tactics, they have their principles, and they really stick to them. For Andrew Oliveri to get that message across to a bunch of very young players is a job well done. They will be rewarded with a trip to Peru later on this year, but maybe more defending to do here. Chance opening up, and the shot well out of play. Jorge Vasquez. What an opportunity he had running in alone. Couldn't get the final product right. For Canada, they've been to 7 previous Under-17 World Cups, their last coming in 2019. They played 18 games. They have never won. They have lost 14 times, and they have drawn 4 times. Turn, Higazi out of play, and you can hear some of the frustration. No doubt Canada will be hungry when they start their World Cup journey later on this year in November. Day of the tournament will be November 10th. Run all the way through the month and into the first few days of December as well. As Aviles Jr. commits the foul.
Dale, dale. He doesn't get out of that corner. Doesn't get out of the corner. Abraham, sale.
Here's Rigopoulos. Dean keeps it moving. Stefanovic.
Up.
Omeze. Omeze striding forward again. Running into Justin Blanco, and this is cleared away. 10 minutes to go. it's just one shot in this second half. Pardon me, two will be calculated as for Puerto Rico in this half. 2 shots. Canada up to 18.
Switch. Watch across.
Megopoulos.
Wait. No shot. No shot.
You can't even say, oh, a player goes down there. Non-contact injury for Puerto Rico. He slowly gets back to his feet here, but Canada's attack has not necessarily been at its full flowing best here in the second half. They've done what they've needed to do, and they've really, oh, we actually ran into the referee. Ian Charles colliding there with Quincy Williams, just did not even see him. And luckily did not get hurt, just popped right back up to his feet. Canada, they've done what they've needed to do. They've controlled this game. They have limited almost any opportunity for Puerto Rico. Because of that, they will be winners of this game when it comes to a close in about 8 minutes. Megopoulos, driven ball in, taken on the volley, and Higazi puts it out of play. Look at it here. Something on here. Rosario, but it's intercepted. Canada on the move. It's Eric Pop. Brought down, and the referee points to the spot. Or does he? Is this just going to be a goal kick? It looked like he was pointing towards the middle. He was just signaling a goal kick. My mistake. Heavy challenge in, but that was actually a well-timed challenge this time by Eaton Solomiani. No penalty, just a goal kick that Puerto Rico took quick. That ball comes out of play, another player down. Joel Rosa. Only used 2 subs, so still an opportunity if Pablo Almagro wants to use a few more, as Pop trying to get on the end of that, could not bring it in. Torres will play this up ahead on the turn. The referee will stop play for a foul. Taken away again. This time the foul will come against Canada. Free kick for Puerto Rico here, as they will now make 3 subs. Eduardo Vasquez will be the first one to come on, replacing Justin Blanco. Second one will be Antonio Delgado for Ian Charles. And the last one, we'll see Sebastian Sime come on for it looked like the injured Joel Rosa. Two windows, Pablo Almagro using all 5 of his subs. This one is played forward again, but Stefanovic was up to clear it away.
done, Richard. No shot, come on.
Still the chance in here for Puerto Rico.
Foul, Richard. Keep it there. Up. Get there. No foul.
Bring it centrally and get a shot away with the left foot. Shot is put wide.
Número 4, Antonio Delgado. Sale con el número 9, Rosa. Entra con el número 11, Sebastián
All
Sainz.
the way back to Cuevas. Find the right pass out for Torres. Meze was able to keep this in play. It's Higazi. Delgado trying to play chase. Canada is trying to take the air out of this game now. Spreading the field nice and wide. Making Puerto Rico run here until the very end. And do that. Godin turned it over. He responds well, just couldn't get back into the play. It's Delgado. Chance on the far side. Quickly swept away as Aviles Jr. couldn't get anything on goal. Space on the near side, and Omeze's running into it. Rigopoulos as well. Two options in the middle. It's the top of the area. Solomiani stepped in. Now it's cleared away. Puerto Rico looking forward again. Maybe something on here. Nearly slipped through. Could not connect. Has had all the answers defensively here today. Again, time and space on the ball here for Canada. So we're getting into the 90th minute now. Taken away for a moment. Well, the first matchup ever between these two in this competition. Looks like we'll be going Canada's way as the lights are starting to take effect before tonight's match between Panama and Honduras. Flag was up for offside there on the far side. Tight call there. Been many long stoppages in this second half aside from substitutions. And it's 2 minutes that will be added on at the end of the 90. Well, for Puerto Rico, a really good story, albeit it will end just a little bit short of their intended goal. Went through qualifying, outscoring everybody in Group B, 25 goals to nil. They were on fire in that competition. They come here to Guatemala. They knew they were already into the round of 16, but they weren't exactly sure whether they'd just be in Guatemala for one game or for two, or even more. For them, it looks like it's going to just be 2 games, but what memories they made in just a chaotic game over the weekend against Costa Rica. As they were able to win the penalty shootout 4-2. They went down to 10 men at times as well. It was a weird equalizer that Costa Rica scored, but they were able to get through that. But Canada just too big of a hill to climb here. As Eric Pop looks upfield. On the other side for Canada, their ascent in terms of their federation and how soccer is perceived in Canada just continues to grow. Of course, the men's national team making it to the World Cup. The first time in many years. Of course, the women's team winning gold medal at the Tokyo Olympics. Canadian soccer is on the up, there's no doubt about it. And this group of players will be able to book their spot in Peru come November at the Under-17 World Cup once the final whistle blows here today. That's it. The final whistle blows and the celebration is on in Canada. Canada is off to the Under-17 World Cup. They beat Puerto Rico today here in the quarterfinals. Hugs all around. Celebration is on. They'll be moving on to the semifinals as well to take on the United States for a second time. Heartbreak for Puerto Rico. It was a really tough fight, and it's a tough pill to swallow in the end. But Puerto Rico bows out with their heads held high. But for Canada, they will be moving on to the Under-17 World Cup in November and the semifinals here, the Concacaf Under-17 Championship. Full time from Guatemala City, finishes Puerto Rico 0, Canada 3.
Jorge Vázquez, un camino que termina el día de hoy para Puerto Rico, pero una experiencia increíble.
Increíble, sí, decepcionado que no pudimos obtener la cualificatoria del Mundial, pero en verdad orgulloso también de mi equipo. Fue una familia bien grande y pues nada, hicimos historia, nunca habíamos pasado hasta acá y en verdad fue una experiencia inolvidable, no, jamás se me va a olvidar. Gracias.
Gracias. Lazar Stefanovic, a goal and the pass to the World Cup.
It's a dream come true. Obviously, our goal, our mission when we got here is to qualify for the World Cup. We couldn't have done it without the guys. They gave 110% today. I'm just really thankful. I don't really know what to say, but we're going to Peru, so that's a good thing. Thank you.
Andrew Oliveri,
Yes,
the path to the World Cup, done.
absolutely. Proud of the boys. They did everything we asked, and yeah, they managed the game well today, but they managed their emotions even better, so we're proud of them. Happy for them.
You're happy for them. What a road. All the time in Canada.
Yeah, look, we wanted to get back to the World Cup. It's been a long time off, and we've been off because of COVID, and now we're back in international football.